It is 9 o'clock on your Sunday morning, getting closer and closer to the Colts' second preseason game at home, where you can head into the end zone tailgate lot. Look at all those Colts fans out there repping the blue and white. We are ready to go for this day, an exciting day ahead here for the team. We're ready to bring football back here to Indianapolis. And thank you so much for joining us. I'm Anna Chalker alongside Sean Ash in for Lindsay this morning, and it looked beautiful.
Well,
I'm
I'm glad it's sunny.
Yes.
Now, everyone knows I like it a little on the cooler side.
Me too.
I need some hoodie weather and I'll be ready to go here.
Yes.
So let's shave about 20 off of what we have here. But it is going to be great. You're heading out for tailgating. We had some downpours and thunderstorms earlier. Those have departed mostly. We still have a little leftover rain. This is 70 over in Hancock County here. You see the roads are still wet there. But as we get closer to downtown Indy, if you're coming in from the west side, this is what you can expect. Look at that beautiful sunshine. This is what it looks like from the Motor Speedway at the skyline. A little haze there. Otherwise, this is all that we have left over of that cluster of thunderstorms that came in a few hours ago. So we have a few raindrops there on the far eastern side of the state. You can see the cloud cover with that is moving out rapidly as well. Little low cloud cover from the northwest coming off of Lake Michigan. But the most active weather later today is going to be with this frontal system to our east over in Ohio. 71 right now in Indy, 67 in Lafayette, and Shelbyville at 69. It's a little humid there, but you can see we've got some pretty good sun. What it looks like in Miami County now. Great looking corn crop there where we've got some sunshine as well. And I know a lot of folks are probably hitting the golf course today. This is what it looks like, Country Club of Indy. A lot of sunshine right now. Weekend forecast, going to keep in a spotty chance. Can't rule out a stray shower coming off of Lake Michigan. Otherwise, it's going to be a really nice day. It will feel much better tomorrow. We're going to start cooler, 55 to near 60. The muggy meter is going to be pleasant tomorrow. Sunshine and 78 on Sunday. Your 7-day forecast moments away.
All right, Sean, thanks so much. And this morning, a woman is in critical condition after being hit by a car on Indy's near northeast side. This happened just after 11 last night near a strip mall on 34th and Browse Avenue. No information on what led up to this crash, but public police reports list a driver as well involved. Once we learn more from IMPD, we'll have that for you on WTHR.com. We're getting our first look at Governor Mike Braun's expedited major disaster declaration request to FEMA for additional federal assistance. In this, the governor estimates residential property damage costs anywhere between $550 million and $5 billion in total, and says those estimates don't include every impacted county. The request also cites at least 44 structures that were destroyed and more than 950 that sustained major damage. And now recovery efforts are ramping up across central Indiana 1 week after the historic floods hit. And this morning, the city is activating a full-day flood recovery effort for the hardest hit areas of Marion County. We're talking spots like Ravenswood, Rocky Ripple, and River Park. And there is a full-scale deployment heading to those areas later today with more than 20 trucks to help clean up. Logan Gay is in those areas to see the widespread work that desperately needs to be done.
This dumpster located in the Rocky Ripple parking lot is set up to help collect flood debris. It's also one of the locations that Indy DPW will be visiting and patrolling the area to help collect additional debris for neighbors. For many Hoosiers impacted by flooding, the cleanup has taken all week, going through damaged belongings, pulling out debris, and trying to dry out homes before mold sets in. Debris piles like these are now common on some streets.
This is my third pile of trash and debris.
Lisa Milton has spent the past 5 years turning her home and property in the Ravenswood community into her little piece of paradise. Now her family's belongings are outside, air drying, or headed for the trash.
But I don't see any sign of damage so far. I'm going to do everything to reduce the risk of mold. And that's why it's so important that we have such a volunteer effort.
About 20 minutes away in Rocky Ripple, neighbors are getting that same kind of help. Volunteers spent the week outside the town hall, handing out supplies and helping air out the building.
When volunteers flooded in to save our town, you just can't express the gratitude, and it's just seeing such love and neighbors helping out it's just overwhelming.
And now more help is on the way. Saturday morning, NDDPW will bring a caravan of trucks to Ravenswood, River Park, and Rocky Ripple to clear even more debris.
We're really incredibly grateful that DPW is coming with trucks and a huge effort tomorrow.
We're still welcoming all help that we can get.
Neighbors here say they're grateful for the help, but hope the next conversation is about preventing this from happening again. In Indianapolis, Logan Gay, 13 News.
Thousands in northwest Indiana are still without power this morning after those storms last week, and the need for help in Lake County far surpasses any other county in the state. In fact, more than 8,500 reports to 211 were called in the last 11 days. And this is not surprising when you consider that power outage still impacting more than 43,000 people across northwest Indiana. 20,000 of those, almost half of this, are just in Gary. The utility company NIPSCO says power might not come back on in the city until late next Tuesday. 13 News spoke with a single mother who lives there with her 2 young children. She tells us she doesn't feel safe living in the dark, especially with her kids.
And my son just kept waking up throughout the night saying, "Mommy, I'm hot, I'm hot, I'm hot. You know, my head hurts. Mommy, I'm hot. I don't understand why we can't have air conditioning. I don't understand why we're driving to other places. Why don't we have power? Why does no one want to help us?"
NIPSCO now faces a class action lawsuit. It accuses the company of failing to prevent the outages, claiming they neglected vegetation near power lines. Let's turn back over to the Colts, where the boys in blue are back in action today at home, where they take on the Atlanta Falcons at 1. But don't worry, fans are already getting the party started. And they're joining with our Callie Lichter this morning live at the Blue Crew tailgate. Callie, we know the crowd's been growing throughout the morning. How's it looking so far?
Oh, it has, Anna. You know, it's a little bit more sparse out here because it's a preseason game, but don't worry, it'll be full force here in a few weeks. I'm here with Eric Griffin, part of the Blue Crew. Tell me, how does it feel to get, part of the crew back together?
It's great. It's like seeing friends and family again. It's a nice warm feeling. I mean, as soon as you come in here, you see people are high-fiving. In the time that you've been here, you've seen everybody hug, high-five, and hey, it's a great time. So it's like a family reunion.
Yeah, I mean, we've only been here for a little over an hour, and I already feel like I'm family and part of you guys. But, transitioning from here to on the field, how do you feel about this upcoming season? I know last season wasn't exactly what people were hoping for.
Yeah, we zipped out to 8-2, and we terrified the NFL. And then Daniel Jones unfortunately got hurt. We showed the NFL what we could do when we were at our potential. And that's going to be the thing this year, is when Daniel comes out, how's he going to play? Is he going to be able to hold up after that injury? He's not got a good record on going through a full season. Hopefully with the rehab and with the doctors, with the Colts, they've got him on the right path. He's the key to this season.
And, what are you most excited for? I mean, is it his return to the field? What are you most excited to see on the field this season?
It's actually multi-pronged. I'm excited about a lot of things. I'm excited to see Daniel Jones get out there and do it. I'm excited for our defense. I mean, our corners, they're referring to them now as the no-fly zone. So, try and throw on the Colts, which is absolutely fantastic. And then on the other side, our wide receivers. There's such I hate to go to the cliche of upside and potential, but there is such a tremendous upside and potential with these receivers. We just got to see them shake out. And the whole Alec Pierce thing kind of puts a little worry in that. It's like, crap, are we going to have these guys or not? But that signing of Keenan Allen, that was just perfect. I'm glad that Mr. Ballard finally broke out the checkbook and brought him to the Colts.
Well, I'm so excited to see, what they do today on the field. And I'm so excited to continue to be out here for the rest of the morning as we hang out with the Blue Crew and get ready for that preseason game. Let's hope for a win.
Hey, we're hoping and praying at this point along with them. Enjoy it out there. We'll see you back in just a little bit. And along with professional football being back, so are the Friday Night Lights. And that means Operation Football is covering some of the best high school athletes in all of our state. Our Dominic Miranda and Eli Gain have your highlights from our game of the week.
Operation Football is back last night. chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss.
For week 1, unbelievable. Great stuff in Central Indiana, and it was all headlined by our game of the week.
Yep, game of the week. It had to be Brownsburg against Lawrence North. You have two of the best recruits in the state going head-to-head, future teammates,
yes,
both going to IU as we get you to the action where Monshin Sales, one of the top receivers in the country, leading the Wildcats onto the field. And on the other sideline, Brandon Sharp, calm, cool, and collected for the Bulldogs.
Bad man.
Ooh, Dogs versus Cats. Opening possession for North. Darian Prather underthrows it a bit, and it's picked off by Jordan Smith near midfield. So the Dogs striking while the iron's hot. Oscar Fry rolls out, connects with Sharp for the touchdown, makes it 7-0. But the Cats strike back. Prather thinks left, nope, decides to keep it, reaches across the goal line.
That's big time.
That's big time playmaking right there. But the missed extra point kept it at 7-6. To the second quarter, Brownsburg knocking on the door. Brady Lewis kicks the door down. Bulldogs extending that lead to 14-6. The Wildcats staying in the fight. Zay Moore, Zay less, courtesy Rob Ellis. Thank you very much. Gliding across the turf in the end zone, 27 yards. But North down 2 after another failed 2-point conversion. But just before the half, they take the lead. Amari Moore with 2 seconds left in the opening 24. It's 19-14 at halftime, but the second half belonging to the Bulldogs. Luani Clark scampers up the middle for an 8-yard strike. And then after a stop from the Bulldog defense, home run time.
Man.
Fry, cock it back and let it fly, and let your speedster run past everyone for the touchdown.
Wow.
48 yards. His hands are magnets. It's 28-19 midway through the third, and some insurance. Lewis, and again, Brownsburg begins their defense with a 48-25 win on the road.
Oscar Fry and Brandon Sharp. Unreal. Those are two of the premier 6A teams in our area. How about two more?
Yep.
Both with aspirations for state championships. Center Grove back in the mix. 30-year anniversary of that conference, taking on Warren Central at home. Grab your popcorn, baby. Packed house in Greenwood. This is Friday Night Lights, baby. Tied up at 7 apiece as the second half begins. First play of half number 2. Warriors hand it off. Ball is free. Trojans hop on it. That is how you start a half of football. Big-time momentum swing, in Center Grove would take advantage. Oscar Sloan, big-time player, on the money. Roman Youngs. How about that grab? Both feet down. That's a touchdown, and the Trojans go on top 14-7 early in the third quarter. Warren Central, though, not done yet. Joe Goss over to Michael Tanner. Let the junior do the rest. Watch him move. A little bit of what? Ice skates.
Stealing ankles.
That's a gain of 45. Warriors in business. That's just a big play when you needed it.
Yeah.
Now Warren facing a 4th and goal from the 1-yard line. That's when you give it to your D1 running back, Keon Thomas. He's going to the cornfields of Iowa.
I love corn.
For the Hawkeyes. Punches it in. Tied up at 14, this game lived up to the billing. Warren takes the lead with just a minute to play in regulation. 2014, your final. What a start to the year for Warren Central. Big-time win for JT Whitaker and company.
Awesome week 1. We still have much more highlights. You can, of course, watch all of them on our website at WTHR, as well as on our free streaming app at WTHR. But we have much more coming for you this morning on Sunrise. For Dominic Miranda, I'm Eli Gain. Take care.